Hello there, lovely one. Now we are going to find the equation of this function. The first thing we've got to do is look at the shape of the function and figure out what it is. We can see there are two different parts to this function, which says or tells us that there are two asymptotes. That means it's going to be a hyperbola. How do you remember that kind of thing? Well, you've got to just read and study and practice and practice and practice, and eventually you'll be able to spot them a mile away. Now, the standard form of the equation of the hyperbola is y is equals to a over x plus q. What is the q value? Well, the q value is the asymptote that passes, let's write that down, through the y-axis. And now some people would say it's a horizontal asymptote or the asymptote that goes across and all of those things. But to be honest, I struggle to remember which one that is if I don't write it out like this. Now, in this case, the asymptote passes through the number 2, so that means q must be equal to 2. Remember, there are two different asymptotes that are happening over here. We've got the one that's going across and the one that's going down. The other asymptote is where x is equals to 0, but you'll see it doesn't feature over here, so we don't need to worry about it at this point. All we need to do is rewrite the equation with the values that we know. We've got a over x. We don't know what a is, but we do know that q is 2. How are we going to find the value of a? Let's look at what information we haven't used yet. There we go. There's a coordinate -2 and 4. So let's substitute it in. Remember, you must always tell your marker what you're doing. You mustn't expect them to just read your mind. You have to tell them that you're substituting that coordinate in. And now let's solve for a by taking 2 across. And it's going to still be a over -2. So that's going to be 2 is equals to a over -2. And let's take this calculation up here, where we know that it's going to be 2 times by -2 is equals to a, because we've multiplied both sides by -2. So therefore, a is equals to 4. Or at least -4. So that means the equation of the hyperbola is y is equals to -4 over x plus 2. I would say that this kind of question is the easiest out of all of the determine the equation of a function. Why? Because you need to just know that the asymptote is the q value, and then you just substitute a point in and you discover what the a value is. It's really not that bad. Well, that's it for this question. Much love.